Hi folks, welcome to Greg's Workshop. I'm Greg, and today we're going to be making a wooden cabinet to hang on the wall to replace this metal shelving unit. I'm going to try a little bit different format today. I've recorded all the work and everything, I've edited it, cut it down, and I'm just going to do a voiceover narration. Let me know how you like this format down in the comments. This cabinet will be built out of 3/4 inch plywood. As with any other project of this type, the first step is to get it cut down. This cabinet will be 22 inches deep, which means I was able to rip that piece of plywood straight down the center and then cut all the pieces to length with the track saw. I'll rip each piece down to final width on the table saw, that way we can get rid of that kind of uneven factory edge. Here I'm running a shallow 1/4 inch dado on the top and bottom edge of each side piece. This will accept the top flat piece and the bottom flat piece with some biscuits and some pocket hole screws. I'm trying to use the biscuits to hold the panels in alignment while the pocket hole screws go in because I just don't have any clamps long enough. And, as promised, pocket hole screws along each edge of the top and bottom pieces. I was originally going to have a fixed height shelf right in the middle. I decided to make it adjustable using this shelf pin jig from Rockler. Now, you don't have to use the one from Rockler, any number of manufacturers make them, but man, this makes this process so much easier and so much quicker. I mean, look how fast I'm going there. And here we go with the biscuit cutter. I picked this up used off Craigslist. Look basically brand new. Never used biscuits before. My idea was to use these to hold the pieces in alignment while I put in the screws. So, sometimes it moves a little bit if you don't have it clamped properly when you put the pocket hole screws in. It kind of worked. It didn't work as well as I had hoped, but it probably worked better than not having anything at all. So, we'll try this again in the future. And now for assembly time. This was a little bit tricky doing it by myself. Those top and bottom pieces, which are vertical in this shot, they're like 39 inches long. It's really hard to get them to stay put and keep them square while I'm putting in the screws. So the biscuits did help a little bit with that, but probably not as much. I should have had some clamps on there. I'll know better for the future. For the back, I'm just going to route a shallow rabbet all around the edge for some 1/4 inch plywood. I'm going to spread out some Type Bond wood glue, Type Bond 3 technically, because why not make everything waterproof, right? And in with the back. 1/4 inch birch veneer plywood to match the 3/4 inch birch veneer plywood that I used for the rest of the cabinet. Before I fasten it, I need to check for square. Using the corner to corner technique here, technically this doesn't exactly check for square. If you have opposite sides that are of unequal length, you're actually just kind of making a rhombus out of this. But, assuming all your sides are the right length, then it makes a perfect square. I'm going to be fastening it with the 18 gauge brad nails. Test fitting the shelf, and it fits. Going to be using a French cleat to hang it on the wall. Of course, I'll still screw it to the wall, but the French cleat is a real easy way to hang a cabinet like this by yourself. Real easy. You just walk up, hook it up, and you're golden. I'm going to temporarily fasten it with some brad nails and then fasten it more permanently with screws. Now I want this to be aligned with the outside edge of that electrical box down there. The reason will become clear in future videos, but that's how I have it planned out. Now for the French cleat on the wall. You can see there that I'm able to hit 2 studs, so we'll put some long screws in there, and then just because it's a plywood wall, we might as well put more short screws in between the studs. Now the moment of truth. Hanging it on the wall, getting it lined up, putting it in its place. Does it fit? Does it work like I want it to? Sure seems like it. Now I realize from this camera angle it seems like there's a fire danger there, like the heater's too close to the cabinet, but you can see I'm checking there. There's no hot air blowing on the cabinet. The cabinet stays nice and cool. It's really just a trick of the camera angle. And now to get it loaded up. I built this just right to hold 3 of those 7-gallon HDX bins on the top and the bottom, if I so desire. Also, similarly sized are the wooden crates you can get from Home Depot and those kind of extra long, like 6-gallon milk crates, plastic milk crates. All of them fit in there just right. So it's a good idea sometimes to design these cabinets around exactly what you're going to be storing there. And it's worked really well. So that's it, folks. What do you think? Good project? Good cabinet? I think it's going to serve my needs well. In the next video, I'm going to be building a tool cart that'll fit exactly under there. And spoiler alert, it fits so great. It's perfect. Everything works well together. Maybe you saw that short of my shop Tetris the other day if you didn't go back and take a look, but it's pretty great. And what did you think of this format? It sure makes the project go a lot quicker, although it's more work on the back end. Leave a comment down below and let me know. Folks, if you liked that video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notified of new videos every other Saturday, give or take, and I'll see you next week on Greg's Workshop.